Alright then everyone, welcome to the AzzLadzz podcast. It's me and I'm here with a guest today called Anthony, aka Raging Grunt. Got anything you want to say? I'll take that as
Hello.
Yeah. Alright then, anyway, so the main topic of interest we're going to talk about today is every single Halo game, right? So, what we think of the game, good points and bad points, just that's it really. Every single Halo game apart from like Spartan Assault and Spartan Strike, because they're just like weird mobile games, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, first Halo game, we're going to do them in the order of they came out. So, Halo Combat Evolved, what are your thoughts, Anthony?
Considering they're the very first Halo game, I approve. They are pretty good.
Yeah.
Considering they're old now.
I mean, Halo CE campaign still holds up. The story's quite good, you know, they're escaping from the Covenant on the Pillar of Autumn, and you're like, oh, what's going on? Then they land on this Halo ring, and you're like, bloody hell, and, you know, the elites are fighting you, then you bloody, the Flood come
right
in
the middle of everything as well.
Yeah, it's quite cool, really. And, really good start to the series. Good things about it, really innovative for the time. There wasn't any other proper 3D first-person shooter. I know there's Doom and that other game, but obviously they're really, like, more 2D, 3D. I don't know how to explain it, but they're more like
2D, 3D, yeah.
Yeah, 2D, 3D, so... But Halo CE was the first ever proper 3D game. Originally, apparently, it was all meant to be strategy, because they were going to do something with Apple.
It's going to be for the computer, I think, as well.
Yeah. They weren't too happy. Steve Jobs wasn't too happy at the time. But it would have been, I think it would have been a half-decent strategy game, but it wouldn't have had the impact that it had, you know, if it had been a strategy game.
Wouldn't have worked as good as it is now.
So yeah, good campaign. There wasn't really much of an online back then. You could do...
Back then it was just like you go to your mate's house, really.
Yeah, I was about to say, you can do custom games with your friends, but that was about it, really. You couldn't really do much else on there. So...
hang on. Something coming.
Oh, shit. Alright then, I'll just continue talking about what I was saying. So, you could do custom games, and there wasn't really much else, but there was a shit ton of maps to do the custom games on, don't get me wrong, you know. There was loads of cool stuff on there. There was like loads of different maps, like Blood Gulch was such a massive, iconic thing back in the day, you know. And obviously they made like Red versus Blue from it, which was really cool. How they like probably linked up all their computers or Xboxes or whatever and just got in the same custom game and did what they did and made something amazing. But yeah, like I say, for the day, amazing game, really innovative. So for that, I would give it a solid 4.5, for me personally, 4.5 out of 5. Really solid, you know. Probably a really high 4.5 thinking about it, because it was just so innovative for the day and it was so good. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Halo 1. Hopefully Anthony gets back soon. I mean, if you want, you know, a cheeky explanation why Aaron isn't on this one, it's because he doesn't know much about Halo. He's never played Halo, more of a PlayStation geezer. Which is fair enough, and he's just not bothered about Halo, and Halo hasn't been that good since Reach, really. So, you know, Halo Wars... Well, we'll get into Halo Wars 2 afterwards in the first Halo Wars. But yeah, I'll just start talking about Halo 2, because I might as well. I don't know a ridiculous amount about Halo 2, if I'm being brutally honest, because I did just have it on the MCC. I know quite a bit, but, like, you know, I didn't have an Xbox original, I was a PS2 kid. So, here we are. Anthony's back. Yeah, so what do you think of Halo 1? What would you give it? What would you give it out of 5 or out of 10 or out of 100% or whatever? However you want to rate it. I said a really high 4.5.
Sorry, what was that?
What rating would you give Halo 1? I said a really high 4.5 out of 5 because it was just so innovative for the day. It's not quite perfect because it didn't have an online and it doesn't totally hold up and the gameplay ain't the best.
I agree.
Oh, fair enough. Alright then. I was talking about Halo.
5 stars.
Yeah, anyway, I was talking about Halo 2, so let's get into that then. Awesome. Massive upgrade, man, from the first Halo.
Yeah, improved story as well.
Yeah, the story. There was like 15 missions, which is mad. What annoys me with some Halo games is how you have a start, and then you have like a ending mission, so it counts as like 2 extra missions, which I don't really like that. I think like the intro should just be part of the first mission, not its own separate entity. But Halo 2 and Halo 1, they just had all missions all the way through, so not like 2 separate missions as a start and an end, which were just cutscenes.
Yeah.
So Halo 2, what was really cool about that, story was brilliant.
The fact that you can play the damn Covenant.
Yeah, I was about to say you can.
That was awesome.
You can play as the Arbiter.
Even though it was like a brief moment, though, until the Great Schism and all that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's quite cool. There's loads of different. There was a lot more variety of locations on the Halo 2 campaign.
Oh, definitely.
You had loads of different sorts of missions. The Scarabs.
One of the first games to have multiplayer, I think, as well.
Yeah, that too. The multiplayer was quite good. The maps were brilliant. Loads of different game types, really enjoyable. Took quite a lot of skill as well. I forgot to say with the first Halo CE, you just really used the Magnum, and that was it really to beat people. Obviously there was rocket launchers and snipers, but it was mostly Magnum. But on this it takes...
When you fight the hunters for the first time, it's just like, you kill them with like 3 pistol shots. It's like stupidly OP. But
with Halo 2, takes a lot more skill. I know the BR is quite overpowered, but still, really cool. And there's a lot more customisation as well. You could play as the elites, couldn't you, on multiplayer?
Dual wielding as well.
Yeah, that too, dual wielding. Yeah, so like I say, maps fun, custom games fun, one of the first online games, really good graphics for the day, amazing story, most missions. So, for that reason, I have to give it a 5 out of 5. It's near perfection, really. What stuff would you say? What would you say is bad about it if you had to pick anything? Because I can't really think, to be honest. Just had a thought,
really
actually.
Think of anything that's bad either.
The ending was a little bit, you play for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours because there's 15 missions. And then you get to the end and all it is Sir, finishing this fight. I know it was a cliffhanger, but still...
it's kind of a bit of a hype, though.
Yeah, I know, but still, like, if I had to say weakness, that'd be it, really, because, there isn't really much of a proper ending. I like the brute boss in the final mission, because Halo, the Guilty Spark boss was not very good in Halo 3. Like, it was alright, I suppose, but the mission was amazing, but the boss was just like,
Yeah, I think the Chieftain was a bit more...
Chieftain was awesome, boss. I loved it.
Boss than Guilty Spark.
Yeah. But anyway, Halo 2, near perfection, 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5, yes.
Alright then, now on to Halo 3. Again, another amazing game, amazing story. I don't know which one's better out of Halo 2 and Halo 3, to be honest. I'd say Halo 3 slightly because the Forge, and it had some like the action sack on there was quite fun. And the maps, Sand Trap was really cool and all that. And I know some maps weren't some maps from Halo 3 taken from Halo 2?
I think that was for Reach.
No, I swear there was a few Halo. It's what one of my mates who, told me. I personally didn't notice. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Just looking it up quickly. Category Halo 3 map. I can't personally think of many, Oh no, there was one. The one with the, what's it called? The spinning wheel.
Oh, that map. Oh, yeah. There is that one, actually, yeah. Completely forgot about it.
But that was still really fun to have that on Halo 3. I was glad they had it on Halo 3, to be honest.
That was like a classic.
But
I liked High Ground as that bunker.
Yeah, High Ground was really cool. Valhalla was amazing as well.
Oh, yeah, that.
And
the Arctic one, wasn't it?
Valhalla's the one in the Arctic one's a different one. Valhalla was the one that they set a lot of Red versus Blue on in season 6, 7, season 7, 8.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, the really big one with the grav lifts.
Class.
Yeah. Just amazing. The story was amazing. Like I say, it was the climax of the series. Loads of good missions.
Conclusion. I loved the conclusion of it.
Yeah, the ending was like one of the best endings in gaming history. When it's just like, wake me when you need me. It's like the perfect ending. Half a chief ship goes off into space. He just goes into hypersleep forever, and Arbiter comes crashing back down to Earth. They left it open, but they could have ended it there, really. I think they should have done, to be honest. But, that was an amazing ending, really. But they did leave it open because the legendary ending had Requiem. So, you know,
yeah.
they left it open, but that was essentially the end, really. It should have been anyway. That would have been the perfect ending. But it was to that trilogy, but, like, you know, they brought Halo 4 and 5, and it's just like, well, we'll get to them in a bit anyway. So, as I say, Halo 3 took a lot of skill. I preferred the BR mechanics in that than I did to Halo 2. Amazing maps, fortress fun, loads of different game types, loads of different downloadable maps. Slightly better than Halo 2 in my opinion. So, but I'd obviously give it a 5 out of 5, near perfection, one of the best games ever.
Yeah, I'd say a 5 out of 5. But in my opinion, in the missions, like the first half of the missions wasn't really that fun. It was just really a build up. But then after that, it was awesome. Which, as it's a build up, I'll just let go.
Yeah, you can say it as a little weakness because Halo 1 and 2 had you right in the action straight away, but Halo 3 is sort of built up to it.
Yeah. Build up to the problems and the conclusion.
I mean, to be honest, when you took on 2 scarabs in that snow, you know, that was quite cool. I forgot which mission that was. And
yeah.
When you're going around in the desert as well, in the Scorpions, that was quite cool.
Yeah.
And obviously the final mission, driving through to get to the Ford into Dawn, was quite cool.
That was quite fun.
Yeah.
I would have liked that if they had like a Warthog running like Halo 2 as well.
Yeah, but you don't want it in every game. I know they had a Warthog run in Halo 1, but if it was in every game, it would lose its effect, I think, anyway.
Yeah.
But it was quite cool how in Halo 1 you were driving off the Pillar of Autumn, weren't you?
Yeah, that was awesome.
So that was quite a good, fun last mission. So yeah, as I say, Halo 3, solid 5 out of 5 in my opinion.
Yes.
Like near perfection. So yeah, next game is Halo 3 ODST. What do you think?
It's different. I'll give it that. It's very good. Though it's a bit different. Rather than a Spartan and ODST. Not as OP, more stealth game.
It seemed to me it had a few like free roam elements, you know.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Like a bit of a detective as well.
Yeah. Work. 100%.
Kind of like the change of scenery.
Same, to be honest. And the firefight was quite cool.
Oh yeah.
There was just some really cool stuff in it. I mean, it's amazing how they made it into its own game, you know, when it was meant to be a Halo 3 DLC. So I really like that personally.
It is its own game in its own right.
Yeah, like you said, it's more realistic. I like the characters in it, like Buck, Romeo, and Rookie and all them, you know, they're quite cool.
Cool characters.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of cool locations. Yeah, it was just like really realistic. I know the campaign felt a little bit short and quick, but you know, it was meant to be a DLC, so
yeah.
What do you expect, you know? What would you say if there's any weaknesses to it?
For what it was, I would say there's isn't really any weakness. You're just like you're trying to survive in like a place that is kind of lost, really. To the Covenant.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
The way I see it, you know, it was probably like a lot of money when it first came out, and it should have, you know, a little bit greedy from Bungie when it was meant to just be a DLC. But as it's its own game, I sort of get it, but, you know, it wasn't really much of a big campaign, so I guess you could say overpriced if you really want to. There's nothing really that makes it as good as Halo 1, 2 and 3, but it's really, really amazing and fun, so for that I'll give it a solid 4.5. Not quite a good or amazing 4.5, but a really solid one, you know. Because it definitely is up there with some of the best Halo games, but it's, you know, nothing great. But yeah, next...
I give it a 4.5.
Fairs. Next, Halo Wars 1. What do you think?
I actually enjoyed the story.
Yeah, same.
Really, really. It's like a an untold story of like the crew, kind of.
Mhm.
When there's a, like, from the point of view of everyone else, they should be dead or something.
Mhm.
It's like a story how they got lost and defeated prevented the Covenant from destroying humanity in some way.
Yeah, like the untold story of the true heroes or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
their sacrifice and everything.
Yeah, and it's like not just the Master Chief who's like saving the day as well.
Exactly, yeah. It went into a different story, just like ODST did, really. And considering it was a different studio, they did quite a decent job. Creative Assembly did.
Yeah, it's quite a good story.
Yeah, pretty good story. I feel like the main appeal with it and other games, you know, you probably think to yourself, how cool would it be to, like, if Halo was a strategy game and if you could control a load of Marines and tanks and whatever. Well, there it is, you know, they've fulfilled your need at the end of the day.
There you go. Strategy.
If it was just a strategy,
what I really liked is being able to play as the Covenant as well.
Yeah, using Covenant
Even
units.
if it's just like online multiplayers. Just the idea is awesome.
Yeah, they did a great job with just having Covenant units, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I really like that.
I like the little details as well. I mean, like, you had the little, like, when you first, like, for example, get a hunter, like, they wouldn't have a shield, but when you get the first upgrade, they would have a shield. I like the details.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort into, like, creating stuff and going deep with it, and especially considering this was made in, like, they probably started making it in, like, 207, 208, and obviously finished it by 209, so they did, like I say, quite a good job. The online's alright. I mean, people just, you know, all you need is 3 Spartan tanks and you basically wreck everyone. So it's a little bit...
Yeah, me and my mate had, we were on that, we're on a 1v1 map, and, he just got to a point where he just sent in Scarabs, and I just sent in, like, Grizzlies, and it's just, like, an absolute stalemate.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't break each other.
Yeah.
It just gets crazy like that.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, with Halo Wars, if it was just its own thing and Halo wasn't a thing, like if this was the first Halo game, I'd probably give it, like, a decent 3.5, I guess. Not like a solid or a great or a high 3.5, just a decent one. But as it's Halo and they did so much detail and they genuinely cared about Halo, I'd have to give it probably a good 4, you know.
Yeah. 4, I'd say 4.5.
4.5, really? I'll just give it 4 for this.
It's like, I really enjoyed it that much.
Fair enough, bro, fair enough. I'll just give it like a good 4.
If Halo was a grand strategy, it would probably be kind of like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, like, it's the half is from, like, 0.5 of the star is more from, like, say, grand strategy from being, like, a first-person shooter.
Fair enough. So, yeah, next one. Halo Reach. Very, very, very interesting, because a lot of these MLG geezers do not like Reach. So, what do you think?
Reach is still going today, actually.
Yeah.
Great. It is. In my opinion, I loved Reach. It's like my favourite. Out of all the Halo games, it's my favourite.
Yeah. I mean...
Forge World, good
Forge World was
huge ass improvement from Halo 3's Forge World.
The Forge World was absolutely beautiful. And there was other Forge maps available, but obviously you couldn't put loads and loads and loads of stuff down, but you could still go on them on custom games.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, with Reach, it's aged decently, like, because you can't, you know, the other games of Halo 2, Halo 3 have aged well. Well, mainly Halo 3 has aged well. Halo Reach has aged quite decently. Halo 2's aged fairly well. Halo 1 hasn't aged well, obviously. ODST has aged pretty well, and Halo Wars has aged, I think, a bit bad, but it's still fun. But Reach has aged quite decently. Obviously, there's barely anyone on it anymore. I feel like the reason why the old games feel more new is because of the MCC, which we will get to that later.
Yeah.
There isn't much to say about MCC, but anyway, back to Reach. The Forge was amazing. It was probably one of the things that really, really got it high for me. Really, really, really got it high up. The campaign was alright, you know. It was alright.
I enjoyed the campaign. It's like
I mean, like, the story wasn't...
fight, really. It's quite emotional. Mixed of Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST. It's kind of a mix of those two.
Yeah. I mean, the story was pretty decent. You know, the missions themselves were quite fun, but I mean, the story was decent, but the missions were quite fun. I love the new Alexandria. I love the Long Night of Solace. The night mission was a bit boring, you know, when it's a dark, like when you're with June and he's sniping people. I found that one a bit boring. The other missions were pretty
really
deep. Huh?
I didn't mind it.
Fair enough.
Remind me of that mission on Combat Evolve. Truth and Reconciliation, I think it is. No, not that one. It's one where you have to rescue Captain Keyes.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of reminded me of that mission.
Yeah, because you're in like a swamp and the woods, aren't you, in a forest, so... I mean, I sort of get it. There was some cool bits in it, but, you know, it was probably Molly. It was weird when you had to kill that massive giant thing walking at you. Do you remember? Those humongous... I can't remember what they're called.
From Halo Reach.
Halo Reach, yeah.
The only thing I remember is like a little pylon that you have to blow up, and it like uncovers stuff.
I'll send you the screenshot. No, I'll send it you on Messenger quickly. Look at this.
Yeah, okay.
It's these things.
Oh, those creatures. Aren't they like native or something?
I've got no idea, but they're like the massive giant monsters from Halo Reach.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Something like they're natives to Reach.
Yeah, I thought that was quite weird, but it was alright, I guess, you know.
Bit random, but yeah.
Multiplayer, half decent, I guess.
I think it went well. I mean, like...
No, there was some...
Then it was like...
Listen, I'll get into the good stuff, but compared to the other Halos, you know, it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say it's good as a... Well, it's great as its own thing, but, like, compared to the other Halos... Like, it's better than Halo 1's multiplayer on the MCC.
Definitely.
But I wouldn't... I don't know if I'd say it's as good as... It's probably... It is one of my personal favourites, but, like, you know... It gets a bit boring after... Yeah, but I feel like it gets a bit boring after a while, because it's all campaign maps. Some of the custom game maps are pretty decent. I do like the firefight on there, the firefight multiplayer. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. The firefight on Reach was brilliant. But, yeah, I know quite a lot of people love Reach, and the multiplayer is half decent, you know, it's quite solid, but the armour ability sort of ruin it for people, you know.
Yeah, I don't like the armour abilities too much.
I just feel like...
Kind of... I know it's kind of a guns blazing game, but it kind of removes the necessity for like a lot of skill needing to go in guns blazing.
Yeah, exactly.
But on the other hand, you've got like vehicles you can actually fight against, but that gets a bit weird.
I mean, me and you were playing Halo Reach earlier, and I managed to shoot someone, then someone came from behind and started shooting me. I flew up and just threw 2 grenades down and beat him, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, Armour Lock can stun vehicles, which is...
But it can blow them up because they're running into it.
It's just like... Yeah, it just gets a bit horrific in the end.
I personally think they should have probably just had, like, a load of game types where, you know... Or it should have been optional. Do you want to play with armour abilities, yes or no? I mean, I don't mind sprint so much because some of the maps are so big and it wouldn't work if you were just walking.
Yeah, to be fair on them, it's probably just their experiment on something.
Yeah. I guess it was something new and unique. I wouldn't say it ruins it, but
no, it doesn't ruin it.
I wouldn't say it's like a big positive or anything.
It's a bit chaotic.
Yeah. Like I say, I wouldn't say it ruins it, but I wouldn't say it's like a massive positive thing or anything, you know. Yeah. So, like I say, does not ruin the game, does not make it awful, but like I say, half decent multiplayer. I would say it's like, compared to the Halo 2 and Halo 3, I would put it higher if it had more normal maps, but you know, it's probably on par. It's just a difficult one talking about these because I do love Reach multiplayer, but there's some bad stuff about it. You know, it's mostly the custom games which really made Reach amazing for me. If you get what I mean.
I liked the voting system for the maps and games.
That was quite good.
Yeah, because Halo like MCC, you just like play on something. It's just like you don't want to play, but you end up playing it anyway.
Yeah.
Like
Halo Reach
had something.
Halo Reach had theatre mode, and I know Halo ODST was the first one to have theatre mode, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think Halo 3 had it as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but on Reach had theatre mode. I forgot to mention theatre mode. That's quite good. Reach's ranking system is by far the best, though. I love the credit system. One person said to me, "Oh, it's like you're at a college and they just give you credits." No, you get to buy your own armour. It's so cool. I personally like it a lot. I like the elites, having elites on there as well. It's quite cool.
Cool, yeah. It's like, again, playing as the Covenant kind of feel.
Yeah. Actually, I'll take back saying the multiplayer's half decent. The multiplayer's amazing because Invasion was so cool.
Oh, yeah, I loved Invasion.
I did love Invasion, and some of the BTB stuff was quite cool. So I'll take it back. What else then? So the credit system was cool, custom games, campaign, firefight.
It's all good.
Forge, theatre. I can't really think of anything else. It's just a great game, I guess. Campaign could have been a bit better, but it was definitely really good. You can tell Bungie, you know, did care about this as their final game. They was definitely bothered about it, so I'll have to give it, like, not as much of a high 5 as Halo 2 and 3, but, like, a 5, you know.
I give it a 5. I give it a good 5.
Yeah, like a good 5, but Halo 2 and 3 are, like, near perfection. I wouldn't say Reach is near perfection, but it's definitely 5 because, you know, it's just... I was sort of stuck between 4.5 and 5, but I thought everything on this game, it's like the best, most updated, like, graphically wise Halo game, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, really, really good, really fun. Enjoy playing it quite a bit now, but like I say, you know, they're bringing it to MCC, so maybe that'll make it age better. I don't know.
Yeah, I think bringing it to MCC would be a good idea. Updating they're updating the not skins. What do you call it? Yeah, just updating those details and stuff.
Yeah, sound. Alright then. Next game, Halo 4. Do you want to start? Because I've got quite a bit I want to say about this. It's interesting. It's more of on the emotional side of Master Chief rather than a gun-blazing game. I don't know, but the thing is, Master Chief's meant to be this silent, stone-cold killer. You're meant to be Master Chief. You're meant to be the bystander watching. Yeah, but then it's like more or less the end of the Covenant War. So like, they probably just want to make Master Chief more interested in post-war, see what he does, kind of thing. The story I didn't mind, but it was a bit weird. I just didn't really understand it too well. Yeah. I mean, right at the end, you know, nuke to the face. I'm pretty sure a nuke would kill anything and everything at like the very centre. Mm-hmm. I just don't understand it, really. Well, Chief got teleported, didn't he? I don't know what happened. I know Cortana restrained the Didact, but then like he pressed the big red button. I sort of love how Chief didn't hesitate. He just threw his life away. He potentially could have thrown his life away like that. Like, what a legend! Yeah. But it was to save the world, wasn't it? So for like the third time. Yeah. I mean, this dude needs to go in retirement, doesn't he? Definitely. Let's be honest. Anyway, okay then, so this is what I think. I absolutely despised it when it first came out, because I thought, oh, this is nothing compared to Reach. Where's the massive foot?
Bless you.
Thank you. I was thinking, where's this massive Forge map that I used to love playing? Where are all the custom games? What's happening? Multiplayer, literally. Okay, we're back on. Sorry, the camera just went off. We're back on. As I say, Del Rio and Lasky were not good characters at all, in my opinion.
Nah.
Really boring. That woman Spartan, I'm so sorry, I can't remember her name.
Was it?
Palmer. She wasn't very good. Halsey wasn't good in it neither, but wasn't she only in Spartan Ops? Oh yeah, that's another thing that sucked about it. Spartan Ops was rubbish replacement for Firefight.
Yeah. The whole point of Firefight is just like a gun blaze kind of thing. Like, you don't really have to think about anything.
Just having a laugh and easy credits, you know.
Yeah. Then just Spartan Ops, bit of a story, yeah, but I prefer just shooting stuff rather than having to do stuff.
Yeah. And the story wasn't even that good, you know.
Nah.
It was just the same repetitive rubbish nonsense, and I just did not like Spartan Ops at all. Forge was exactly the same as Reaches. The reason why I don't give this one an up is because new game, they should add more, okay? Halo 3 to Halo, Reaches Forge, way more, you know.
Yeah, they might added like a few extra like practical things to it, like duplication and magnetism.
Mhm.
But apart from that, I don't really know what's new.
Yeah. Okay. Like I say, multiplayer, you know, like I said, it's decent, but
Yeah, I enjoyed multiplayer to an extent, but like you said,
did I say? Oh yeah, I forgot to say.
If the person knows what they're doing, then
they can just abuse it. I was about to say though, the Dominion was brilliant. Give credit where credit's due. Dominion was brilliant. Mantis, I didn't like the Mantis vehicle though. I thought that was a bit silly. But Dominion was brilliant. Absolutely awesome. I remember one of the 343 people saying on an interview somewhere that they were going to have like Falcons and Hornets in the game, and Pelicans, and they never did that in the multiplayer. They did in one of the missions.
It'd be awesome to fly a Pelican, like
in multiplayer. Yeah, you'd have to have a big map though.
Yeah, you could like pick it up, send the whole squad in, or maybe use it as distraction or something.
Yeah.
So just to verify the give it a bit of variety.
Yeah. A lot of the maps were just a lot of remakes. Didn't like
very
that.
Much remakes.
Didn't really like that at all, to be honest. Really repetitive. But some of the maps like Haven and XR were quite good. But some of them were just remakes. Forgot to mention that.
I'm finding some of the maps are just like the newer maps are just like so similar. It's like either go down the middle, down the left, or down the right kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not really too much freedom or option.
Exactly. Really lethargic. So, that's enough said about that game, I guess. A bit rubbish compared to Reach, but you know what you're going to do. It's alright, I guess.
Yeah, in comparison to Reach, it was terrible.
Absolutely did not like it when I was a kid, but playing it on the MCC again, enjoyed it a bit. I'd personally give it...
a bit better on the MCC.
Yeah, I would give it a solid 3.5 out of 5, which just means it's decent.
I'd say about 3.5.
But like a solid 3.5, not a rubbish 3.5, because looking back on it, it's aged okay because it's on the MCC. So yeah. Next game. Let's just get the good thing about this game out the way first. The Forge was amazing on Halo 5. Let's be real, the best Forge ever. So much detail.
The custom game, yeah.
Custom games were really fun. Not quite. The thing is, the reason why I like Reach's custom games just that tiny bit, a bit better is because they were innovative for the day. On Halo 5, there's a lot of cool different stuff in there, but it isn't as innovative. But the custom games are a load of fun, like I say. So custom games, amazing.
I remember playing a game mode where you're in a pig pen, and like a load of pigs just comes at you, and you have to like avoid them in like a pattern.
Yeah,
which was quite funny.
I remember that. Yeah, that was really fun. So yeah, there was loads of different stuff on there.
Like really stupid things.
Quite like I say, custom games, amazing, brilliant. Only good thing about the game, though, now let's get into the campaign. Absolutely boring. Oh yeah, I was about to say, with Halo 4, though, Chief going into retirement in the Legendary ending was a bit weird. And Cortana dying was okay, but then she came back in Halo 5 and it ruined it.
I don't really know where they're going with this.
But yeah, as I say, campaign absolutely awful.
Yeah. like, multiplayer is even worse than Halo 4.
Yeah, a million
the spawn
times worse,
abilities are
mate. It's just people flying all over the place. Strafing's practically useless. People have said to me before, oh, but you can put a setting on so you can just crouch really quick and strafe. But I'm thinking, no, but that's not proper strafing. That's just silly madness, crouching really quick and strafing. Absolute craziness.
Yeah. Like, just like, they never had, like, that kind of armour effects. Like, they never really had jetpacks in their armour, really. Or, well, to the extent of, like, propelling themselves to a degree.
Yeah.
I mean, like, in Halo Wars 1, they kind of used it to just stop their fall, but to just hover in the air is just getting a bit over top with it.
Really daft, the multiplayer.
Yeah.
I didn't like the FIFA packs in there. What was the point of all those silly FIFA packs? I didn't get it.
Yeah, I like collectibles, but more prefer if you find them within the game rather than buying it.
No, Anthony, I'm sorry to bring this up. This is a bit personal, and we don't like getting personal or political on the podcast, but remember a few years back when I knew what I was buying. I spent I got this pack because I had enough points. I thought, oh, cool. And you spent £7 on it, and you were angry because it was just like vehicle skins or something, and you didn't read it because it was just vehicle skins. That was quite funny.
Yeah.
£7 just for vehicle skins. Oh, never mind.
I mean, like, I don't really buy anything on that. It's just
Yeah, understandable.
a bit of a waste of money.
But yeah, the multiplayer, I didn't like the rec pack system in it. It was stupid. Customisation in 4 and 5 absolutely suck. In Halo 5 it's even worse. There's so many different things on there, but all the armour, there isn't anything unique about the armour. It just sucks. It's rubbish. It's bland. Nonsense.
It kind of downgraded from Reach.
Yeah.
Armour.
I didn't like the levelling up system in Halo 4, by the way, because it was just everyone was ranked 130 quite easily. Halo 5, it was quite bad. Everyone just the max rank's ridiculously hard to get to, which is fine, but it's just, I didn't like it.
I have no idea what they were thinking. They probably don't even know what they were doing either.
Yeah, the maps weren't very good neither.
They're all so similar, Halo 5 maps.
Yeah, Infection was alright on Halo 5 and 4, I suppose, and the BTB can be okay. I do not. Yeah, I absolutely do not like Warzone on Halo 5, though. I respect how big the maps are, but people can just call in them. It's pay to win. People can pay like loads of money, call in a million tanks, and just try and wreck everyone. Keep calling in tanks constantly.
I never really liked it. I could never get anywhere with it.
Yeah.
Like, it was a cool idea. No, well, I mean, like, it was sort of cool at start.
Until it became pay to win.
Downhill, like, almost instantly.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate Sarah Palmer.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so another bad thing with Halo 5 was, what you call it. I just, like I say, the maps were bad. And the gameplay was bad. And, the customisation was bad. Warzone just sucked. But, oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say now. Firefight. Warzone, firefight. Bloody hell. I don't really see the point of having about 1 million people on your firefight squad on such a big map. I really don't get it. And firefight's meant to last forever and then you get killed. You're not meant to go through loads of things then win.
Yeah, it is fun somewhat, but
unless it's a certain game type, because couldn't you get to a level where you win in Reach multiplayer, like on Halo Firefight, or did you just keep going forever and ever and ever? I think it's setting, isn't it?
There's a private version, like an offline version, and there's an online version of Firefight.
Yeah.
In Reach, but in Halo 5, everything's online. So you can't even play the game offline. Is that terrible?
Yeah. But yeah, Halo 5 just really sucks, to be honest. I don't know what to give it, either a high 3 or a really low 3.5. I don't know what to give it.
Yeah, I say 3.
A high 3 then, because it isn't as bad as something like Destiny or some of the most recent COD games.
Yeah.
But it's quite bad, apart from the custom games. If it wasn't for the custom games, it'd probably be 2, to be honest, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, really bad. On to our final one, Halo Wars 2. I don't know much about it, so do you want to you have the floor, Anthony?
Well, I liked it. It's like different. It's like it's better than like the Halo 5's remnants of the Covenant, but like what my friend said, he said it felt more like a spin-off game than an actual Halo game.
Yeah.
But I can see what he's on about. Like the armor for like the wraiths and stuff is like totally different. But I see like because they're not Covenant, that's why they have that difference.
Yeah.
And for the campaign, it was a good campaign. I really enjoyed it. An improvement from Halo Wars 1, like more army variations, like a lot of tweaking, a little bit less upgrades, more units. It was quite awesome. I liked multiplayer, playing against the AIs.
Yeah. What was the campaign story then? Because I don't know much about it, really.
Basically, a bit weird. Well, not weird, but a Spear of Fire comes to the Ark, and the Banished, which is like a brute version of the Arbitus group who like disbanded from the Covenant, with a bunch of Covenant like mercenaries. They have a base there. They dislike humans, so basically they had a little fight over the installation.
Yeah. So it was half decent then?
Yeah, it was half decent.
I personally, with the multiplayer, at first it was just a rock, paper, scissors thing because I just went on multiplayer.
Yeah.
That's how it seemed.
First one's rock, paper, scissors.
Certain
second
unit.
one's...
No, I mean at first on Halo Wars 2.
In the core, it's rock, paper, scissors, but it's kind of a bit beyond that now.
Yeah, but now it's all pay to win. It's all about who has the best shit, and that's that.
Yeah.
So I'll give Halo Wars 2 probably the same as Halo 4, like a solid 3.5. You know, it was alright.
Yeah. 3.5.
But yeah, final thing I want to talk about then. First off, I think they should just, if Halo Infinite sucks, stop making Halo now, because it's just...
I agree.
They're going to keep making it for cash, but come on, you've already got enough cash. Either give it to someone else, give this franchise to someone else, or just stop, because it's crap.
Also, like, with the Halo 4 and 5 trailers, it's like not really in-game play, so from that you could tell it was going to be a bit off.
Yeah, I was about to say, with Halo Infinite, it is... Who even cares about this new character? I guess it was interesting watching E3 and then this new character, like, oh, what's going on? Then they find the chief or whatever. But
yeah.
It was just, I didn't really see the point, you know. So yeah, do you think the next Halo will be any good? I personally, if I had to guess, no. I'm not annoyed that they didn't show gameplay, but it's just because it's on the new console. But they probably should have shown. They should have shown something. I don't know.
I think it has a bit of. I think it's going to improve from Halo 5.
Fingers crossed, eh?
Because for the fact that it's start with the, if they're going to show more in-game play, then whatever they did with the other 2 trailers.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Spartan lock thing, whatever that was.
Yeah, I thought it would have been something like you get to choose to kill Locke or leave him alive, or you get to choose to kill Chief or leave him alive, or something.
I found that really random.
Never happened. And the only decent thing in Halo 5 was the fight scene, but it would have been cool if you was actually playing that yourself and fighting Locke yourself by shooting him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Halo's going down the toilet, but at one point it was amazing. What can I say, you know? At one point amazing, now going down the toilet a bit, but hopefully it can make a comeback. Who knows?
I don't even know how far they're gonna go. I mean, like, they're gonna have to kill Chief one day.
Yeah, he needs to go into retirement at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, one way or another.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Been good having Anthony here. Yeah. Cheers.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.